Hola, mi vida. ¿Cómo está? It's me, Language Bay, aka LB, aka your favorite language learning professional. No, your favorite language learning enthusiast. How that sound? That sound good, don't it? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Little house cleaning. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Bienvenida. Herzlich willkommen. Bienvenue, benvenuto. I think that's Italian. I don't really know. Maybe I just made that up. Anyway, in any case, welcome to my channel. This is a channel focused on language learning. Occasionally, I will muse about things that are not related to language, but mostly this is about language tips, tricks, hacks, venting about things that you go through, learning language, whatever the case may be. So that's where we are right now. Hit the subscribe button, and don't just hit the subscribe button. No. You gotta hit that notification bell too, because how else are you gonna find out that I uploaded another video unless you remember to come, check the site? And who wants to do that? Just hit the notification bell. You'll get a notification, and it will be worth it. I'm gonna try to aim on my other channel. I aimed for 12 minutes and I ended up at 25. Here I'm gonna aim at 10 because I literally just have like 4 things to say. So today we're gonna talk about keeping it simple with language. I came across this blog called Black and Bilingual a while ago, and she had updated with her goals, and I was like, you know what? This is a good way to keep it simple with language learning. I mean, this is what I do anyway. So I wanted to share with you guys the link to her blog, to her post that inspired me. So is in the description box below. So please check her out. But yes, keeping it simple with language learning. Keeping it simple is relative. What's simple for me may not be simple for you. Like for me, it might be, I might say, okay, I'm going to schedule 30 minutes a day for 7 days this week, and to me that might be simple, and for someone else they may be like, you're doing too much, and that's okay. Just define what simple means for you. Let's start there, because some people don't even know what simple means for them. So let's start there. Let's start at what does simple mean for you as it pertains to language learning, right? Once you've decided that, then you can create a simple approach to language learning. So for instance, if you feel like it's keeping it simple to listen for 30 minutes a day for the month, just like no speaking, no writing, just focusing on listening, then make sure you have the learning resources that you need to do that. And then, do that. Whatever it is that you need to do to keep it simple and not start getting overwhelmed, because that's how you lose motivation. That's how you not get focused. That's how you get unfocused. You do that. So, you want to keep it simple so you can keep your motivation, so you can stay consistent, and so you can keep focused. Remember back in the, was that the 90s or the early 2000s when the rappers would be in the song and they'd be like, I'm so focused. I always think about that. Every time I hear the word focus, I always think about the rappers and they'd be like, I'm so focused. So anyway, keep your focus. Next thing. So to keeping it simple. So that was just a little overview on what it means to keep it simple. First thing, don't buy nothing else. Don't buy nothing else. Don't buy no subscriptions to Duolingo, whatever, Rosetta Stone, especially Rosetta Stone. I might have to explain that in another video why I have a fake vendetta against Rosetta Stone. I say fake because they ain't really that serious, but I am highly disappointed what they did. I'll tell that. If you want to hear that story, put a heart down below in the comments, and I'll tell you what Rosetta Stone did to devastate me. Anyway, whoever it is, don't buy no subscription, nothing. There are too many free resources on the internet for you to be spending money on anything. Now, the thing is, if you've gotten yourself to a level to where you feel like you've learned everything you needed to, you can possibly learn on your own, and now you need the extra help, okay, that's fine. Then in that case, spend the money on a person. Don't spend no money on no apps. There's too many free resources. There's too many free courses. There's too many free interactive courses. That's like having an online teacher. Like, you don't need to buy anything. You know, we buy all these things and then they overwhelm us. We buy Pimsleur Method. We buy Duolingo, whatever it's called, Plus, whatever. We buy this, we buy that. So I recommend, if you're going to spend the money on media, spend the money, like if, for instance, you want to get native language content, and the native language content you have to pay for some good quality, okay, do that. You know, or a person, you know, like for instance, Tandem has it where I think you can pay for tutors through them or something like that. Do that. Pay for a person or media. Do not pay for Rosetta Stone. Why? There's too many free resources. You can create your own language plan. If you need help with that, guess what? You can pay a person to create a plan for you. You don't have to, you don't. So if you want to keep it simple, don't spend no more money right now. We're just talking about keeping it simple. For people like me who extra, like it's like they got the whipped cream, then they got the chocolate sauce, then they got the sprinkles, then they got the nuts, then they got the cherry on top. That's not for me. That's not for us. This is for people who want to keep it simple because you don't want to be overwhelmed. So, if you want to keep it simple, don't buy nothing right now. Just wait. We don't focus on not being overwhelmed. Second thing, pick a focus for the time being and an end goal in a specified amount of time so that you can know what you're working towards, right? So for instance, if you're an absolute beginner, you may want to fill your arsenal with like most common phrases, sentences, and words to begin with, right? Let that be your focus for a certain amount of time. And then once you've mastered that, you create a new focus. Maybe your new focus will be like, let's say you're in Spanish, you're learning Spanish. Maybe after you finish that, your next focus could be IR verbs, you know, or maybe it would just be the common verbs. To go, to be, you know, ir, ser, estar. Maybe it would just be those verbs they usually start out with, and then you master that. Once you master that. So what it is you focus on specific concepts instead of overloading yourself with, oh, I'm going to practice reading. I'm going to practice listening. I'm going to practice writing. I'm going to practice all these things. And now I'm overwhelmed. And now I don't even want to see anything from my target language. If I see another thing from my target language, I done seen it too soon. Like, we don't want you to get to that point. So that's why I say to keep it simple, pick a focus, single focus. So whether it's, I'm going to focus on my reading skills, or I'm going to focus on phrases, common phrases and words, or just pick a thing and focus on that. Again, when you get to my level, and when I say level, I don't mean language level. I'm just like that. When you get to my level where you can do multiple things like that, you can focus on reading, you can schedule that in without feeling overwhelmed, then do that. But for now, to keep it simple, pick one focus and work on that. The next thing you want to do is you want to change your mindset. The mindset you have when you approach language learning is going to be all the difference. Like if you're like, oh, this is going to be difficult, then guess what? It's going to be difficult. You know, oh, the natives talk so fast, I can't understand. Actually, they're not talking fast. They're talking normal speed. You're listening slow. I know that sounds crazy, like listening slow. You are, because you've been taught to listen slowly. You're being taught to listen for a speed that doesn't exist naturally. That's what they do in these courses. And it's unfortunate because that does not prepare you to be in a conversation with a native speaker or a near native speaker. If you want more information on that, I have a video on liaisons to learn more about like the concept of connected speech and how that plays into why you're not understanding, because you're not being taught to speak in the normal cadence with the connected speech, the liaisons. You're being taught the robotic, choppy word, single words. You're not being taught conversationally. So check out my video on that if you want to know more about that. Understanding that may actually help you grasp the listening portion if you're working on your listening skills. But, you know, the solution isn't, I know I see you listening slow, but the solution isn't necessarily to listen faster. The solution is to just understand what words sound like at a normal pace with the normal connected speech that every language has. That's it. So drop that mindset they speak too fast. They don't speak too fast. You've been taught to listen wrong, and it takes a while. It just takes a while, when you first, learn. So don't feel away. But just stop saying that, because that automatically puts you in a state of overwhelm. They're talking too fast. I'm saying that because that used to be me. Like, I have to remind myself, they're not talking fast. They're talking their normal speed. I just didn't learn it the normal speed. I learned the robotic, choppy, learned different individual words, So, with the mindset thing, state what the issue really is, so that you subconsciously seek out the true solution. So if you're saying, oh, they talking too fast, then what's the solution? Listening faster? Like, come on. If you say, oh my gosh, I'm not used to that speed that they're talking in, that's different, because then you can say, okay, I need to learn how to get used to that speed that they talking. You know what I mean? So change your mindset. So that's basically 3 things you can do to keep it simple with language learning. And I have a notification. Hold on. I did what? 11 minutes. I did it. Okay, so if you like the video, smash that like button. That's what they be saying in the other videos. If you you want to see more, subscribe. I had this problem in the other video. It's a tongue twister. Subscribe. And so also turn on the notifications. All my social media is in the links in the description box below. Also, group Black women, mutually inclusive event, must occur at the same time, can't be mutually exclusive. Yes, join the group if these events occur at the same time. If you being Black and you being a woman exist within this dimension in this life at the same time, join the group. Other than that, thank you so much for your attention. I appreciate it. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if you have any other suggestions on how to keep it simple. If you liked my suggestions, if you don't like them, let me know. Just don't troll. You can give feedback, but people be trolling, and I just be like, sometimes I just have to tell myself, like, they ain't got a life. They ain't got nothing to do. This is what they doing. You're making content for people, helping people, and this is what they're doing. So don't troll, but let me know if you don't like it. Let me know if you do like it, but also let me know if you don't like it. I want to give you guys what you want, what's helpful for you. So let me know. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. And I'm going to go because it's at 13 minutes. And this is a world record for my videos, because I don't think I might have a video that's like 7 minutes, but that's when I first started. So thanks. Have a great one. And I will catch you on the flip side. Besitos. Language Bay.